All right, I'm going to be reviewing some products live with fresh eyes. I've never seen any of these before, and I have no idea which products are even going to be pulled into my queue. So I'm going to look at these for about 5 minutes each and give honest feedback and genuine reactions that is hopefully helpful to the owners of these products. All right, let's get started. Prompt VM, write once, version forever, share, sell, deploy anywhere. Okay, so far just from the hero text, I don't know what this pertains to. I don't know what this is. Let's see. The prompt platform for people who use AI seriously. Manage prompts with version control, discover and sell in the marketplace, connect to any tool. Okay, so some type of management tool for prompts that you could pass into an agent. You could share these, you could sell these, deploy. I wonder what deploy means. Maybe that's just means to integrate with different models, possibly. All right. Yeah, maybe there is a way to make the hero text a little bit more specific so that a user landing here has a better understanding of what this is before they get to this subtext. If they even read the subtext, I don't know. They might just scroll down. All right, let's see. So we've got like a screenshot, kind of more of like a mock-up of what the product potentially looks like. It's interactive, which is cool. All right, so library. I guess this is a library of prompts. Senior code reviewer. Save. There's version history for this prompt, so I can see different versions. And let's see, you are a senior code reviewer with 10 plus years of experience in performance and security. For the code below, return findings as a markdown list. I wonder. Okay, so far, this is really helping me understand what this is and kind of the layout and features of the product. Okay, variables. So that's what I was wondering. Well, this variables button doesn't do anything. Save version doesn't do anything. So you've got this interactive demo, which is cool. But if you've gone this far to really like make it so that you could select different things in the library and select different versions, then you kind of got to make the variables and save version work as well, or else just remove them from this interactive demo. But variables is what I'm wondering about, right? So if I want to inject things within a given prompt, how easy is it to do that? How does that work? And what my mind is jumping to right away is, I'm typically working within Replit, which has they have a mobile app and they have a web app where I am prompting Replit, and they're handling kind of agent orchestration, spawning up a bunch of agents. But I would really like an easy way to queue up different prompt templates within their web portal. So maybe that would be a Chrome extension potentially, or I guess I can just pop out to your tool, Prompt VM, and copy and paste it into Replit also, and that wouldn't require any special integration. So yeah, like I guess just an easy way to copy paste with the variables injected would be cool if you have that. I don't know. So let's see. You spent months learning what prompts work, then you lose them. This isn't a problem. It's a knowledge gate problem. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm just thinking from the Replit user use case perspective. Replit is handling all the agent orchestration. So under the hood, they're doing things like a code review agent and an architect agent and things like that. So I don't have to think about that. I really just start with my top level prompt. Replit gives me back a drafted plan of what it thinks I want. And, I can refine that. And then I say, okay, go ahead, go execute across this. And it handles everything end to end. All that to say is, I guess my use cases for these prompt templates would be a little bit different. There are certain like recurring patterns that I use a lot, so it would be nice to streamline that. All right, recreating yesterday's work, the 15 tab hunt. All right. When people leave, their owner leaves too. Okay, let me see the marketplace. Find the prompt that ships your next win. Save prompts, track version, set up pre. Okay, so like there's nothing here in the prompt marketplace. I haven't applied any filters or anything like that, and there's nothing here. So if you're going to have a marketplace, if you're going to link to it in your hero section, it has to be populated. Otherwise, I recommend just removing it for now until that's ready. You've got this thing here, which I think is supposed to be an example of like people, like avatars of people who are using this. I would remove it until you have actual people you can show and they've agreed to show their picture, name, etc. Join AI users managing for something. So like this just doesn't seem real or genuine yet, especially because the marketplace is empty. So probably should just remove that little section for now, and that simplifies your hero section. Anyways, okay, so see how it works. There was a little sort of animation UI glitch there. This is a small thing. Let me see if it happens again. Doesn't happen again. Okay, let me refresh the page. See how it works. Yeah, you see that there? These metrics kind of bounced up and down, which I don't think you want. It's a small thing. It's a nit, but you can look into that. What else can I say? I think this is a good idea. I think this is useful. It's a genuine problem, and this tool can help people with this. I don't know if this is just a web app. I'm assuming this is just a web app, right? Login, sign up. It'd be cool if I could just try it without even signing up. Like, let me jump into the tool and like create a couple prompt templates, and then it can block me. Like maybe after 2 or 3 templates, or like 2 or 3 versions of a template, maybe it just blocks me at that point. Says, hey, you got to sign up to keep using this, or what have you. All right, I'm going to stop there and move on. I hope that was helpful. Okay, here's the next product. Tone Scribe. Voice to text effortlessly. Speak your thoughts. Get clean, actionable notes in seconds. Okay, cool. If this is like a straightforward voice to text utility, I've looked at several of these at this point. These are useful. So let's see. I love how simple your landing page is. I love that your hero text is like immediately telling me what this is, and I immediately understand. Speak your thoughts. Yeah, it's like you're being very efficient with words here, and you're choosing the right words to help people understand what this is. Doing a great job, and then you're kind of showing a mock-up of what this looks like on your phone, I guess. So maybe this is a mobile app. So maybe it's really just for voice notes. Okay, yeah, get the iOS app. Record, transcribe, clean editable text, quote, rewrite as an email, tweet, to-do summary. Okay, so it's coming off as like a note-taking app rather than a general voice-to-text utility where you're doing transcription for like anything, which is fine. Okay, download on the App Store. Okay, cool. You know, a lot of apps I've been looking at, mobile apps, they just don't even have a landing page yet, and they'll just direct people directly to the App Store listing. So I love that you have a landing page, and it's very, very simple, and it's telling me what it is. And let's see. So the app is it free? Is it a free app? I don't know. Maybe Apple doesn't tell me the price if I'm not on a mobile phone, on an iPhone. Okay. So I can't tell, maybe just because Apple's not telling me whether this is free or paid, or they're freemium features that you would have to pay for at a certain point. It might be nice to clarify that on the landing page also. It doesn't say free anywhere here. If it is free, probably worth mentioning that. And then if you have like a paid tier, it would be good to explain that as well. Okay. I know that was short. Uh, hopefully there's something you can take away from that, but I think you're doing a good job here. Cool. Here is the next product. UI challenge. UI challenge beta. Master UI UX design with a daily UI challenge. Okay. UI UX user interface design challenges give you a focused brief to ship. Focused brief to ship. Not sure what that means. Streaks help you stay consistent, and every check-in can add a new piece to your public profile. Okay. So this is a cool concept. I think I get it. I'm not quite sure at this point if this is intended to give you things, accolades, and badges to show on your profile, or if it's more so to just to like build up your UI UX skill. Maybe it's both, but I'm not quite sure yet. You've got this little bit here that is probably not real, right? Like these little circles are intended to show avatars of real users, and then the number of users who have joined. It's coming off as not real. I would just remove it until you're ready to share that information. Let's see, gallery. Interesting. I'm looking at this like, okay, that's cool. This sort of side navigation. Trusted by designers around the world and featured on, let's see, if I go to this, it just goes to the Product Hunt webpage. So if you're going to have this, if you're going to say it's like featured on these platforms and these things are links, that's good. You should then link to the feature, the mention of this product, rather than the general landing page for these platforms. That will make it seem real. And if you don't have this yet, like that's okay. You don't need to pretend like you do, because people will just recognize that. Okay, see what designers are shipping. Real check-ins from people on a streak. Browse gallery, find an exchange. Okay, so let's see the gallery. See, okay, so that was kind of an odd thing. Let me go back. So I clicked on one of these cards, and I was expecting to go to a specific design or like a specific thing in the gallery. But when I click this, it just takes me to a full gallery, which was weird. I was expecting to land on a specific thing within the gallery. Do all of these do that? Yeah, all of these do that. So that's odd. I would change that. This feels like it should, clicking on these should go to a specific project or whatever within the gallery. Let me explore the full gallery. Okay, so this is the gallery now. Let's see, what am I looking at? You've got sort of top challengers here. There's a little bit of a leaderboard mechanic. And so if I look at one of these, what am I going to get? Let me look at Stepper. Okay, it's just an image. It's just an image. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. If this is just an image. It's kind of confusing. So I don't yet know like how the product works. Is this giving people quizzes, like design quizzes? Is it giving them little project to try? Um, I don't know. And like clicking on one of these things, it's just an image. It doesn't tell me much yet. So that could be improved for sure. Let's see how it works. 2 ways of practice. Get a prompt on schedule. Pick a plan. The challenges come to you. Sign in with a magic link. Choose your days, hours, to get your prompt. Check in and share. Generate one on demand. Okay, this is not what I would lead with. This is just coming off very much like these are the setup steps. Like this is just work for someone to do, right? Like all this setup and sort of like logistics of how this works. It's helpful to clarify that, but it's not what I would lead with. What I would lead with is the value that somebody is getting from this tool. So just show me like what is a what does a prompt or a challenge um, look like, and then explain and show how that helps me level up and improve my UX sense. Lockups. Okay, generate. I'm just kind of confused right now. Turn check-ins into a portfolio. Streaks make the habit visible. So whatever the challenge is, I don't yet know, but it looks like you get these on a recurring basis, and it keeps track of your streak if you're completing these, and helps you develop a habit of completing these challenges, whatever they are, however they work. I don't yet know. And like you get to share that with the world and get recognized on the leaderboard. Public profiles for your check-ins, and then you get a public view portfolio. So let's see what this looks like. Okay, so this is a specific user's profile and gallery. They've done like 2 medium, 9 easy, 8 related to SaaS, 11 designs, there's likes, etc. So if I look at this thing, it's just an image. So like, did they design this? Is that what I'm looking at? This is something they designed? And like, what was the challenge that prompted them to design this? That's just not clear. But in general, I think this is a really cool idea, as something that can help people level up their design and UX capability. I'm seeing these things that the product can be clarified a bit more. So I hope that's helpful. I'm going to move on to the next one. All right, here is the next product, Service Graph, real backlinks from directories that actually have authority. I have looked at this product before, I believe, so I'm going to skip it. All right, here is the next product, IVBiz. Stop losing business opportunities. Okay, so I think you have a grammar issue potentially right here in your hero text. Like if you're trying to say stop losing business opportunities, I don't think you want the period at the end of business, right? Okay. App helps you capture, organize, and track business opportunities before they disappear. Manage tasks, match deals automatically for the solo entrepreneur who means business. Okay, I like that you're narrowing it down to solo entrepreneurs. That's narrowing your target customer a little bit and helping me understand how this tool might be specialized for me. I wonder if you could potentially narrow it down even further. Is this for any type of business, anything under the sun? That's very, very broad. Or are you specialized for specific types of business and specific types of opportunities? If you are, that's not clear. And if you're not, you might want to consider that, because that can just make this pitch stronger. All right, built for deal makers, opportunity vault, smart matching, deal planner, contact book. Okay. I just want to see some examples of deals, because at this point I don't know, or like opportunities. I don't know what that means in your system yet. Let me look at these little graphics. Okay. Carry to BSD budget. Okay. This did not clarify things for me by looking at this graphic. I'm not yet sure like what type of deal or opportunity are we talking about here? What does that look like? And what does that do for me? What can I get out of that? So I would go into that right here. That would be the next thing I would show. Like, here's examples of deals in our system or opportunities in our system right now. Um, and if these vary widely, like there's all different kinds of opportunities and deals, then maybe you could come up with a few archetypes of people, like a type of business or a type of person, and then show here's deals for this person, here's deals for this person, here's deals for this person, or opportunities, to really get a sense of the range and different type of opportunities that a given individual might find. That's what I would really recommend showing here. Set up in 4 steps, download free, Google Play. Okay, is this like an Android app? Yeah, add opportunities, enter your buy sell deals in the opportunity vault. Like, what type of buying and selling are we talking about? Pair your deals automatically, close and track. Yeah. Um, yeah, I think just showing the types of opportunities would go a long way, and explaining the type of deals or opportunities this specializes in. What users say. Property. Okay. So is this not English potentially? Um, okay, these don't seem real. If they are, great. I would add actual pictures of the people you're referencing here and let us link out to either their public profile or their business, something like that, to really make these feel real. And then if these testimonials are going to be in different languages, it would be cool if you offered translations for the language of the person looking at your page. Unless maybe you're specifically focused on a certain region that speaks this language, um, that would be okay. Let's see, simple, fair, powerful. Okay. Yeah, so I'm coming out of this landing page with just a lot of questions and uncertainty as to what the product is exactly. So, I think the things I mentioned will help a lot. I think like a video, a very short video overview of the product will help a lot. Introducing yourself as the founder, letting us get to know you and understand why you created this and why you're well suited to create a tool like this, and will go a long way as well. Okay, I'm going to move on. I hope that helps. All right, Reddit relevance. Your next customer is already asking for you on Reddit. Instant Reddit leads, automated comment drafts, no manual grinding. Okay, I've seen similar tools. I think this is a legit problem and opportunity space to help people find leads in Reddit or other platforms. So this is cool. And right away, your hero text is doing a good job because I understand what this is right away. So let's see, relevant leads, looking for an AI telephonizer about my product. So it shows you what subreddit these are in, showing what the person said, I guess, or maybe a summary of that. What you get: AI powered search, filter the noise, target high intent buyers, human like drafts, authentic replies. Okay, cool. Competitor tracking, monitor rivals, live dashboard. Cool. Let's see. Start free trial. I mean, I want to quickly try this out. Let me see if I'm able to sign up. Add your product. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I love the way you're doing this. You're just accepting a URL and you're analyzing that business from information on the page. That's great. Like rather than asking a user to fill a bunch of stuff in, you're making this very easy for them. So that's great. Okay, user discovery, other customer acquisition, product, your pairs along the startup growth, audience research, startup founders, any hackers, product builders, use case. Cool. I think it's done a good job of parsing out the audience, use case, and value prop here. All right, continue. AI suggestions. Add your own. Selected. Cool. Save and generate report. This onboarding is pretty smooth so far. Okay, finding relevant Reddit posts. All right, this is a good progress UX. I see it scanning 9 different subreddits. It's showing me how many candidates have been found. Um, bu- 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 I mean, the information being displayed here is good. It's good that it's showing progress. For a moment, it felt like I wasn't sure if these were things I needed to click on, but these are just is just more ways of showing the progress here. So maybe there's like a UI tweak to be done here to just show that these are steps in the overall process, and this is the one we're currently on, and which one's coming up next, and what all the steps involved are. Because for a moment, it just seemed like, okay, these things I click on, but I see now they're not. All right, so it's on this step. So we'll see. Seems like it should potentially be done soon. Saving results. Hopefully I get to see something um, without having to put in like a credit card or something like that, or at least a sample, so I can get a sense of how well this does. Product added successfully. Report generated. Found 99 relevant posts. Okay, go to dashboard. Loading your dashboard. 8 days left in your free trial. Cool. This is great. You're just letting people jump in and use this product, seemingly the full capabilities of the product as well, for a certain amount of time before putting up a paywall. I think that's a great way to do it. People can find value, and if they do find value, they'll keep using it. They'll hit that paywall, and they'll probably want to pay. So it's a good setup you've got here. So let's see how the results look. How do I actually start a SaaS with zero following and a small budget? The author is explicitly asking how to find and reach first customers. This is direct early user action pain point. Angle reply with a practical founder focused approach to finding early adopters. I've read all the just solve a problem advice, but I'm stuck on the how. View on Reddit. Okay, how do I actually start a SaaS with zero following? A few speakers of those who want something real. I've read all the just basic coding skills to build code. It's funny that someone is mentioning coding skills at this point. I think everyone's just using LLMs to write code now. And I can scrape together maybe tweet about an idea before writing a single line of code. First time. And then tech stack, should I go for? Okay. Yeah, so I mean, I could potentially go in here and mention to this person Beta Bloom and how it can help them get early feedback. And maybe they would do that. And there's other ways I can just take this and try to provide value to this person. So I think this is useful. Like, I think I can really use something like this. I'm trying to think of what feedback I could provide. So let's see what else is here. Struggling to find how do you get your first? It would be nice if there was a way to group by subreddit. That would be a nice visualization if there was a way to just group these cards by subreddit. Since you're showing the username of the person who posted here, may as well let us link out to their profile as well. Directly read. Okay, so you have this status here, which is cool. Generate comment. Let's see how that looks. The way that you're showing a preview of the post here is not ideal, right? Like, all the white space is being stripped out and it just doesn't look that great. I guess it's fine as a preview, but it would be a little bit better if this looked, if this was formatted more like how it is in the actual Reddit post. That would be nice. Okay, the comment and generate. Honestly, don't build first. Pick 20, 30 people who clearly have the problem, DM, email, and try to get 5 actual calls before you before you write more than a rough landing page, if they won't talk or pay a tiny amount up front, it's probably not painful enough yet. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's something. It seems okay. Whether or not it would work, yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Um, Signal. I'm not sure what this signal is. 96 out of 100 signal relevance, 8 comments. Like, it would be nice to have a hover state for these where you kind of explain what this means and how you arrived at this score. Because right now I'm just not sure what they are, and if I don't know what they are, they're not providing a ton of value, and yeah, it's just additional noise. And then you're showing the number of comments. I guess that's cool because it's showing like how engaged this post is. I wonder if you want to also show number of upvotes as well. All right, I think you've done a really good job. This seems very helpful, and there's a lot of potential leads here. Cool. I'm going to move on to the next one. I hope that helped you. All right, here's the next product. Commit post. Your code ships. We write the changelog. AI powered changelog generator. Okay, cool. Connect your GitHub repos. Commit post. Reads your merge PRs and commits and use the AI generic clean user facing changelog. Cool. You're doing a great job with the hero section. I know exactly what this is, and actually, this is cool. I think this seems like a useful tool, not only for a public-facing changelog, but to give myself a summary. I mean, the AI coding tools now let us build so rapidly that sometimes you forget, like, what are the changes I made just today or just this week, and you want to go and review that without just looking at the commit history, right? You want a summarization of that. And of course, you could ask your agent, but it's kind of nice if that's already sort of being done automatically, and you just have a nice web page you can go look at to understand that. So this is cool. Start for free, how it works, connect to repo, sync your activity, public changelog page, edit before publishing, simple pricing, one public changelog page, one connect repo up to 5 channel entries. I wonder how much you have to share in order to achieve this. Are you just sharing the commit messages, or are you also sharing the code? I imagine you're asking for permission to share the code as well. And then I'm just thinking through inherently, then, I could see somebody using this for a public repo, but if you've got a private repo, or yeah, I mean, if your repository is private, but you want to change log for your public product, your public web page, or the code itself is private, does this work for that use case? I wonder. That's what's on my mind. I love how simple your landing page is. Okay, start for free, continue with GitHub. Let's see. I don't really have like a lot of any new public projects on GitHub. Okay, let me pull this out real quick. Oh, I don't have. Okay, I'm not able to do the two-factor auth at the moment, so unfortunately, yeah, I'm not going to be able to continue. But all right, so I posed a couple questions. Let me see. Let me pull this back in here. See how it works. Yeah, I saw this stuff. Get started for free. Okay. I wish I can like try this out right now and give you more feedback. But a couple of those questions I had about how this is this for public repos only? Does it work well for private repos? Do I have to give you access to the code itself or just the commit messages? It might be nice to clarify some of that stuff. And I'm sort of anticipating this is really going to be for public repos and it's going to be giving all the code access as well. In which case, it would be cool if you had a solution for private projects. All right, I'm going to have to move on. I hope that helps. Volvox, building products, empowering builders. A software development company and open source learning community. Oop, what just happened? I don't know why the hero text just moved like that. A software development company and open source learning community. We build exceptional products while mentoring the next generation of developers. Okay. So I guess like a software agency, I could come to you and hire you to build a software product for me. Or you've got a community where you are trying to educate people to be developers. So let's see, explore products, join as a teacher, join as a member. Let's explore products, our products, decision jar. So your navigation here is blocking the visit button and the App Store button right when you land on the page. So I don't know if that's what you want. That would be something I'd potentially address, make it so that your navigation does not obfuscate some of the main information and action buttons for this page. But if I scroll down, I can get an overview, screenshots of the project, features. Cool. Let me go back to the landing page. I like these animations you've got going on where the nav bar at the top collapses in. That looks nice. Crafting digital excellence. Let me take a quick note here for myself on something that I need to do. Show. Okay. Crafting digital excellence. We engineer scalable, high-impact solutions that redefine the boundaries of modern technology. Marketplace. Explore our full catalog. Marketplace. Okay. It's, I think, a little confusing to call this marketplace here. It takes you to the product gallery. So I would decide what you want to call this and just make it consistent. Marketplace doesn't seem right because it is today a gallery of your past projects. So it's not like a marketplace where you come to browse and purchase things. So I would change the label of this button. Decision jar. Cool. And so you're showing some projects here as well. Want to see more, all products. Okay, there's only 2 products in the gallery at the moment. You're showing both of those here, and then you have an all products, like want to see more, all products button that takes you to the same 2 products. So I don't think you need this want to see more here. Or maybe you just want to reword it possibly. Okay, let's see, blog. So you got a blog. Cool. Community. Our community. So you've got a Discord community. Cool. Meet the team. Our team. This is great that you're allowing the user to get to know the people behind this agency, this community. So, and then like we can go to profiles. Okay, the profiles are within your app. Get in touch. Okay. So it would be good if you also linked out to like a LinkedIn profile or something more. Oh yeah, you do right here. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I mean that's helping to build up credibility and trust. Um, cool. Let's see, what else can I say to potentially be helpful? Okay, I'm gonna move on at this point. I hope there's something helpful in there for you. Okay, here's the next product: ship claim. Get your UPS refunds back. Get your UPS refunds back. Audit your UPS invoices for billing errors. Recover what you're owed. Okay, I'm trying to understand UPS refunds. So if it's a refund, I paid to have something shipped, um, and then I want a refund for some reason. What is the scenario where I would want a refund? And then this leads me to believe like this is just helping me catch billing errors in the UPS invoices and then recover my money from those errors. I don't know. I don't ship a bunch of stuff. Maybe this is a real serious problem where UPS is sending out invalid invoices or billing errors commonly, and people need an easy way to go and get that money back. And if that is happening, man, having a tool to help automate that sounds amazingly valuable. But I think the this explanation could be a little bit more clear to explain, like, if my interpretation is correct, it could be explained a little bit better to just to make people absolutely certain exactly what this is solving for them. Okay, what's your annual spend? Under 300K. Estimated annual recovery 5,000 to 8,000. Wow. Um, just on billing errors. Okay, so this is for businesses doing a lot of volume, clearly, of shipping. Start free, how it works, 3 steps, 50 minutes for your first audit. Connect your UPS account. Audits run out automatically. Check your invoices against contracted rates, flag violations, file claims with 1 click. I mean, this seems amazing. Like if these invoice errors are coming up frequently, this seems like an amazingly valuable tool for people. See pricing, 450 a month. Okay, so there's a free tier, 15% commission on identified recoveries. I mean, that's smart. Why wouldn't someone be willing to pay 15% on money that they maybe otherwise wouldn't be able to recover anyways? Self-serve, upload your UPS CSV. Okay. All right. I mean, I'm not going to give advice on your pricing model here. You probably know this much better than me, but it's good that you're laying that out here in very clear terms. Contact founder or see case study. Case study, what we found for a $45 million wine DTC brand and one invoice, $10,000 UPS refunds that everyone wants to do. That's amazing. Um, okay, so trying to see the full case study is giving a 404. This page is not loading. I would definitely fix that. I mean, this is amazing if it's real. What would make it feel real is like tell us the wine brand, show a picture of the owner founder, give a testimonial. Like if they really saved 10,000 bucks from this tool in such an easy way, they would be more than happy to give you a testimonial and allow you to use their photo, I imagine. So show that stuff here, and that will just make it feel real. All right, I think you've done a good job here. It's not something I can use because I'm not within your target customer, but this seems really cool. Nicely done. I hope that review helped in some way. Okay, here's the next product, FenScope. Stop giving away free work. FenScope is an AI scope creep detection tool for freelancers. Check any client request in under 5 seconds and get instant in and out of scope verdict. Oh, interesting. Okay, so for people doing freelance work, my understanding is like there's an initial agreement of scope of work, and then it's probably a frequent problem that clients come in with new requests, and I imagine the freelancer wants to keep their client happy and service those requests, but they also don't want to explode the scope and give away their time for free, an excessive amount of time. So this tool is helping freelancers identify those situations and give you guidance on whether or not that feels it's within scope or outside of scope. That's pretty cool because you almost have like a hopefully like a non-biased third party making a call here. It's like, is this within the scope of what we agreed? Is it outside the scope? Could potentially even help people ensure that their original terms, their original scope of work is clearly defined and give advice on whether or not it needs more definition. What's scope creep costing per year? I don't know. How does someone know? If this tool is helping them identify when there is or isn't scope creep, how do they know how much they're losing? Uh, they don't even know if there's scope creep or how much there is. So how do they know how much time they're spending and money and all that? So I don't know. I don't know if this is good. What I might lead with is just some examples. Like, here's an initial scope of work. Here's some new requests from the client. Here's where we show, okay, this one is within scope. This one is out of scope, and this is why. And then here's how we think you should respond as a result. That really gives me a quick example of like how this product works and what it can do for me. That's what I would go to next. One small ask just costs you for you finish logo. Line says, can you also do the brand guidelines? Cool. So this is giving you a specific like use case example or specific scenario where this problem comes up. So that's helpful, I think. 71% of freelancers deal with scope creep. Never invoice. Okay. From client message to perfect reply in seconds. All right, you've got a video. It's good. Let me watch it. Okay, so this is like a product overview. It's just showing the product. It's showing the different pages. It's showing the different features, which is okay. It can be helpful. I think if you're going to have one snappy video on your landing page, rather than like give this big overview of all the features, because this comes off as like complex. It comes off as effort, right? I think what you really want to show is the value that people are going to get. And it would be similar to what I recommended putting up here. I would put that in video form, like, here's Bob and here's John, and they came to an agreement on this scope of work. These new requests came in, those ones fit within scope. Then this request came in and it was out of scope for this reason. And FenScope gave Bob this recommendation on how to reply to the client, and they agreed on an increase of payment, yada, yada. Like, just walk me through. Here's the problem. Here's how it solves it. Like, it's just value. Like, I don't want to, like, it's not a point where I want to understand all the setup and like this dashboard and all this stuff. That's just work. Um, just show me the value. And that's really going to be compelling and make people want to use this. Precision scope control built for high stakes projects. Probably just remove this section. I'm not sure it's adding a ton of value at the moment. I'm not even really sure the intent, because like you're making a case that it's for high stakes projects, but then you're just kind of doing a feature overview. The thing that's going to build up trust that this is for high stakes projects is just the proof. Like, people having used this and given testimonial to how it's saved them time and money, or helped them earn more money on big projects with big clients and things like that. And until you have that, you probably can just remove this section. What sets FenScope apart? Okay. Cool. Well, I think you've done a good job. Seems like a very legit problem that many people would run into, and this seems like something you can help people with. So this is cool. Nice work. I'm going to move on. Okay, this next one is actually just a GitHub repo. I'm not going to look at this. I'm going to skip it. All right, here's the next product, Synthos, AI infrastructure that connects everything. That's very broad and ambitious. AI infrastructure that connects everything. It's cool. It's a beautiful looking page. The branding looks nice. The graphic looks nice. The colors all look cool. This hero text is just not really telling me what this is. Unify your data, automate workflows, and build intelligent products faster. It's so broad and vague. Um, so I would try to make this more specific about the value this is providing. Connects everything. Okay, profit, top line revenue, ad spend, customer service, data layer. Okay, let's read on, and maybe it becomes more clear. AI infrastructure that connects everything. We lead with AI, but we're stack agnostic. The tool serves the outcome. Custom CRMs and client portals, purpose-built systems that replace the Airtable spreadsheet. Okay, so this is a custom CRM and client portal, potentially. So, I don't know, can I integrate with my existing CRM, or do I have to use yours? AI automations, cause they handle the repetitive work. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Internal tools and dashboards, workflow integration systems. So I still don't quite understand what this is. Like, who is the target customer here? What is the problem the burning problem they have that you're solving for them? I think that's what you want to lead with and explain very clearly. And because at this point it's just not clear yet. From brief to live in weeks. Brief. 30-minute call. We map the real problem. You get scope plans with milestones. Shit, we build tight loops. So is this for like agencies to pitch work to clients and define the scope of work, and then kind of do project management, task tracking beyond that point? I'm just not sure. Crafting connection through code. Okay. Shopify, Amazon, growth opportunities, customer intelligence. There's a lot going on here. It's not clarifying things for me. Unify your data, connects every part of your business. Stack agnostic. We have favorites, and we'll tell you what we pick, but the tool serves outcome. 3 builders, no middlemen. 3 builders, no middlemen. So are you the 3 founders of this product? In which case it's awesome that you are introducing yourself and letting us get to know you. You should definitely add pictures of yourselves here. That will make it feel more real and genuine. Okay, at least you're letting us hop out to your X profile. That's great. It's great that you're doing that. Go ahead and throw your profile image in here, right? That's a simple change, and that would just feel like real. But I think it's great that you're letting us get to know you. Maybe take it further and let us get to know you in the sense of like, why did you decide to build Synthos? How did you become aware of these problems that you're solving? That really helps your customer understand why you're well suited to go and solve this problem for them. So that could help. Let's build something real. Book a 20-minute call, email us directly. Cool. All right, I'm going to stop there. I hope that was helpful in some way. This is the last product I'm going to do for now. So I hope these help. Thanks, everyone. See ya.